Welcome back, NFL fans. You're locked in for another trip through gridiron history, one forgotten classic at a time. Today, the time machine lands at Tampa Stadium, November 23rd, 1986, for a game between the 4-7 Detroit Lions and the 2-9 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Lions were favored by 3.5. It was 72 degrees, and there were 30,029 diehards in the house. The two teams spent the first 26 years of Tampa Bay's existence in the NFC Central together, minus that first season, when the Bucs were in the AFC West. They had met 17 times to that point, with Detroit holding a slight 9-8 edge. Darryl Rogers was in his second season coaching the Lions, and had an 11-16 record. The Buccaneers were led by Lehman Bennett, formerly a coach of the Atlanta Falcons for 6 seasons, now in his second year with the Bucs. He was 48-48 at the time. Longtime Buffalo Bills quarterback Joe Ferguson was in his second season with the Lions. He had a 68.7 career rating, a 52.4% completion rate, and 0.95 touchdowns to interceptions. Future Hall of Famer Steve Young was in his second season quarterbacking the Bucs. In 14 career starts, he was 3-11 with a 65.4 rating, 0.54 touchdowns per interception, and a 53.1% completion rate. Those numbers would all get better, a little bit even in this game. I couldn't find the full game anywhere, or even extended highlights. I had to dig around a bit, end up using what I could from the Detroit Lions NFL Video Yearbook. Enjoy.
A southern trip to Tampa Bay helped heat up the Lions' offense in Week 12. Joe Ferguson started and won his second straight game, as Detroit rolled up 393 total yards, their highest output of the season.
Back Ferguson, a quick two-step, lofts it up, right corner of the end zone. Chadwick beats McKeever and hauls it in for a touchdown.
Speaking for the defense, Keith Ferguson showcased the pass rushing skills that made him the Lions' Defensive Player of the Year. Throughout the afternoon, the Lions continued to pound the Bucs, on the ground and through the air.
Thompson beats the rookie. Rod Jones hauls it in for a Detroit touchdown. Here's a draw play. Gary James cutting to his left is hit by Holmes, but breaks the tackle, goes down to the 5, breaks another tackle, then goes into the end zone for a touchdown. A great tackle busting.
In the final period, head coach Darryl Rogers chose to test the Lions' most heralded rookie, their first-round pick, quarterback Chuck Long. Long had yet to see action as he spent the first 11 weeks of 1986 learning the Lions system. He apparently learned quite a bit.
Action fake, and back goes Long. He's going deep for Leonard Thompson. He goes up, he's got it! A touchdown! Leonard Thompson and Chuck Long on his first professional pass throws a 34-yard touchdown. How about that?
You only get one chance to make a great first impression, and Chuck Long did just that.
Ferguson completed 14 of 21 passes for 230 yards, 2 scores, and 1 interception for a 115.1 rating. Leonard Thompson caught 4 for 69 yards and 2 scores, and Jeff Chadwick pulled down 3 balls for 98 yards and a touchdown. James Jones led the ground game with 13 carries for 64 yards and a score. And Gary James ran 10 times for 45 yards and another touchdown. Lions rookie quarterback Chuck Long completed his first NFL pass attempt for a 34-yard touchdown pass to Thompson. Young connected on 23 of 32 offerings that day for 218 yards and 2 scores, to go with 2 picks for an 85.2 rating. His most frequent target was James Wilder, who caught 9 balls for 71 yards and a touchdown. Wilder also ran the ball 24 times for a game-high 130 yards. On the defensive side of things, Devin Mitchell picked Young off twice, and Mike Kofor collected 2.5 sacks for the Lions. And things didn't really get that much better for either club through the rest of the campaign, with the Lions finishing at 5-11 and the Bucs closing with an NFL worst 2-14 record. For their troubles, they selected University of Miami quarterback Vinny Testaverde with the first overall selection in the 1987 NFL Draft. That's it for today. Like and subscribe. Until next time, keep the laces out and keep the history alive. I'll see you on the next kickoff. Bye.